In under 7 minutes, I'm going to show you how to make money. That's mucho dinero transferring data from any website as a data entry freelancer on Upwork. Coming up. Data entry is in high demand and probably one of the most commonly requested jobs on most recruiter platforms, but in particular, Upwork. This is good news as it means that you're in the right space if you're looking to get in on the action and the money. Now, if this is your first time using Upwork, be sure to create an account by clicking here on sign up. The sign up process I found is comprehensive, so just be sure to follow the step-by-step instructions, upload your resume and all the information required. Next, let's look at some available jobs for data entry. Okay, sweet. So you have your pick of a diverse selection of jobs, and if you're new to this, then consider taking on a job that isn't too overwhelming just so that you can get your feet wet. Now, if you're not new to this but true to this, then decide on which job or task you'd like to apply for. Now, I'm not going to dive into how to apply for the jobs, as there are other videos and tutorials on Upwork that will show you how to do this, but rather I'd like to show you how you can get the task done once you've landed the job. So first things first, before you get your first task, let's go ahead and install Magical to your browser. Magical is a browser extension that we'll be using to one-click transfer data from Google Sheets and more. This is the tool that makes data entry super efficient, so you don't have to meticulously copy and paste back and forth all day. You can install Magical by clicking the link in the description to get started. Alright, so I'm looking through here just to see if there's any sort of task that might be applicable to me. The first thing that stands out is anything regarding some sort of leads or having to apply any information to a database. Let's take a look at that. So we are seeking a proficient LinkedIn outreach specialist to join our team on Upwork. So this is an aspect of data entry, but it also is pulling you into the side of outreach, which is a task that you may want to take on just because it expands your skill set. This is from a $5 range to $40 range per hour, which isn't bad if you're just getting started. You can go to the higher end if you have a larger skill set. So this is expert level and it'll be more than 30 hours weekly. Now, if we do the math here, if you go to the higher end of the spectrum, 40 by 30 is gonna land you somewhere probably around $1,200 a month, which is not bad if you're just looking to do this as a side hustle or if you're just getting started. Now, a couple of things you may also want to look at whilst you're on Upwork is just looking at the client and seeing just some background information on them. So they are based in the United States in Chicago. They've had 25 jobs posted thus far, and it's 140K spent. It kind of lets us know that they are not new to using Upwork to be able to hire persons. They've had 43 hires, and this is the average hourly paid rate. So we're in good hands here with this client. So what I'm going to do is show you exactly how you can do a task like this using Magical. So we're here on LinkedIn, and like I said, this is quite a common demanding task for LinkedIn because it's a great source of potential leads and clients that a business may want to tackle. And so I'm just using my coworker here, Joyce, as an example to show you how I would go about scraping information from her profile for a potential lead or prospect of the business that I'm currently doing the task for. So let's scrape her information. I'm going to click on this Magical toggle right here. And as you can see, immediately Magical has kind of outlined some automations and some tasks of where I can transfer her information to. But if I want to see a bit of her information, what I can do is click right here. And as you can see, it has already highlighted some of the information taken from her profile, like her full name, which is also broken up into her first name and last name here, company that she's working for, any personal awards, mutual connections that I may have, school name, location, etc., etc. So let's say this was a potential lead for the company that I'm doing this for. What I would do is then go ahead and click on find here to get her email. And so once I have her email here, I can now scrape that into our database so that we can send emails on a daily or maybe weekly basis to get this prospect. So I'm going to click continue to automation, and I want to repeat this step with multiple clients so I don't have to do this for each and every prospect in the tabs. Now I'm using Arc browser here, but you can also replicate this with Chrome browser and Microsoft Edge. So my tabs are on the side here, and as you can see, there are a number of different prospects that I have pulled up for this particular use case. So with the automations outlined here on the right hand side, I'm going to scrape this into a Google spreadsheet so it's easier for me to transfer to any other tool. So I'm going to click on LinkedIn profile via Magical, and I can identify that this is going to add it to a Google spreadsheet. I can use add it to a new spreadsheet or an existing one. So I'm going to click on add in new spreadsheet. This is going to transfer the information from this particular profile into Google Spreadsheet. As you can see, if I click this option, it's then going to ask me about the other tabs that I have open, which is an awesome feature with Magical. So I can transfer just this tab, but probably more practical for me to transfer all the tabs so that now I don't need to go back and forth transferring information to this particular spreadsheet. So I got my information here, and anything that I don't need, I can just simply redact or simply delete. So now I have the information scraped from different profiles into this area right here. Now, one thing you may have to know is that if you want to get other emails at present, what you may have to do is just go to each profile, make sure that you're finding the email, because it is a limited feature. We do offer it free, but it is limited at the moment unless you go with our paid option. And so once you do that, you'll be able to scrape all the emails in this way. Now I'll share a personal use case that I, as a client, requested for my coaching program on Upwork. And so depending on how I acquire my new clients or students into my online course creation blueprint program, whether it's through a sales call or the DMs, my challenge at times is having to copy and paste all of the information into my WordPress database. So recently I figured, hey, maybe I can get an assistant from Upwork to transfer all of these new users with Magical and simply show them the ropes. So here's what I would instruct them to do. Once I've acquired the information, or whether it's on the Facebook Messenger or wherever I've acquired my client, I would then head over to the area here and show them how to add a new user. And so this is the back end of WordPress dashboard where I can add in a new user. So I would just click on this option here and I can give them an assigned username. But before I get there, what I can do is simply use Magical. Once I've looked at their profile, I can use // and as you can see, immediately Joyce's information is showing up in the location. Now what I'm going to look for is just the one that says email. I'm going to click on that and it's automatically going to add her in. Now I can do that for each option here. So I'm going to do add her first name, add her last name, and whether they have a website or not, I can add this information. And then I'm going to generate a simple password for them. And then it will immediately send an email notifying them about their account. So I can hire someone to do this task rather than having to copy and paste. They just go to the contact, hop into my WordPress backend, and use this feature inside of Magical to be able to fill out these forms and add as many students as possible. So this is just an awesome way to be able to use Magical in a use case like this. If this is something that interests you, you could potentially look for WordPress data entry as some of the keywords, and then just go through and see if there are any jobs that may suit your liking, like this one, part-time website management assistant, and they're looking for like stuff for data entry on Shopify. Again, you want to ensure that you're looking at the client and making sure you do a quick background check on them. So that's something that I would consider doing if you really want to make a good buck on Upwork doing data entry work. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg as to what Magical can actually do. Magical integrates with 10 million plus sites on the web, and we currently have over 700,000 users and counting. So for you aspiring data entry freelancers, and for those who already have skin in the game, I can assure you that this is going to be a major support as you land these jobs. And think about it, if you're quicker on the job and you tackle and complete a task quickly, your clients are definitely going to be impressed, which can lead to solid 5-star recommendations and referrals to other clients. So give Magical a try. It's absolutely free and the link will be locked down in the description. Also, if you got any value out of this video, be sure to give us a like and subscribe for more content on automations, AI, and all things related. That's all for now, and I'll see you in the next one.